Hello, everyone. Good evening. I think, yes, I am live. So, good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? So, I'm Dr. Mona Gujral, and in today's live, I will be talking about the second wave of COVID, the second wave of corona that we all are dealing with, and its effects on the children, physical effects, mental effects, emotional effects, and how we can, help the children with that, how we can deal the parents as parents, how can we can deal with it, and how can we come out of it. So yes, I think someone has joined. Hi, good evening. Thank you so much for joining in. Can I get a hi to know who has joined? So let me just wait for a few more minutes and let's see if more people join in, and then we will start on the topic of the live. So if I can, probably get a hi from who has joined, so I would know who's joined, who is watching. So today I will be talking about everything about Corona, the second wave of Corona, how to deal with it. We have already been dealing with it for 1 year, and this, COVID doesn't seem to get over, or it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. So what is the effect it is having? The second wave is having on the children. So the second wave, the children are much more affected. So we will talk about it, little bit of things, how emotional, physical, and mental. This is what we are going to talk about. So probably let me just start. I think there is some problem in the comments coming up, but let's see as someone comments. So let me just start. So good evening, everyone, and today I will this live I will be talking about the second wave of Corona, which has just hit us phase. And the first phase is when we had no knowledge about it, what it is going to be, how it is going to be. And at the second phase we are very well prepared. We know what are the things which how we can control Corona, because we already did it successfully in the first wave. That's a different thing that probably around December or Jan we were all we lagged. We became lax about all the things how to deal with Corona, and that is when the second wave hit, and it hit in a very bad way. But what the main difference is, in the second wave of Corona, the children are also getting affected. The first wave, it was like, we, the parents, the adults, the grandparents, they were all getting affected. But in the second phase, the children are also getting affected. So first phase, children were probably just carriers. They could not they were not having any symptoms. But in the second wave, what reports I have been reading is that the children are also getting affected. The children are also, when they're tested, they're coming up with a COVID positive test, and the children are also showing so many symptoms which are happening, be it the sorry be it the symptom of high fever. And because Corona is like it's a multi-organ disease, it is affecting in multiple organs. And how it is affecting, the symptoms which are coming up, symptoms could be a very high fever, symptom could be a mild fever, symptom could be just a cough and a cold, symptom could be just so what I would urge the parents, whoever is watching, uh, am I audible? Am I visible? Right. So what I would urge all the parents who are watching is that, if your child shows a fever, a low grade fever or a high grade fever, so start with a dolo and please isolate the child. So if it is a small child, probably below 3 years or below 5 years, it is difficult. They should also be masked, and please keep the grandparents away, or other siblings away from the child, and only probably one parent. I think it is showing some internet problem. So only one parent can be in contact with the child, and who will take care. And the parent should also be masked up. And please, maintain all hygienes, all sanitation precautions. Please maintain that. Give the child, for one day it's okay. You can give the child a dolo, or a crocin. And next day, if the fever doesn't go, please contact your pediatrician. Please contact your doctor. Let your doctor know what are the symptoms happening, and let your doctor decide the further course of action. And but at home, I would like to say that, please keep the child isolated, in one room with one parent. And the grandparents should be away, because the grandparents are at a higher risk. And the best part is that the disease which is showing in children is not for a long time. It is just a 1 or 2 day of fever, or 3-4 days of fever with a stomach ache or something, and it's settling down fast. But the child can infect other people in the house. So we have to keep the child away from other people in the house, especially the grandparents and the younger siblings. And the best part, I mean, in first phase, what we learned is how to control corona is break the chain. So this is what we should do now also, is break the chain. Please be isolated in the house. Please, I mean, even if you have corona, you don't have corona, anybody in your family, please stay in the house and do not go out till it is very essential. So basically what we're trying to achieve here is break the chain, how we did in the first wave. This is what last year what we did. We broke the chain. There was a lockdown. Because of the lockdown, the chain was broken, and the you've seen the corona was it did not go to a very what do you say, a large proportion in India at that time. Now it is happening because all the we just did not follow all the precautions, rightly, because it had been 1 year and everybody had to go out. So now, again, to stop this is to break the chain. So please be in the house and do not let the children go out and play. Go, I understand that the children really want to go out and play with their friends. They go out, at least go for to the park for cycling, for jogging, for running, just play somehow. But please keep the children inside. This is a very, tough time for the parents to explain to the child that why they cannot go out. But you have to, for the safety of everyone around, you have to explain it to the child that these are the problems which are happening, and this is why we are inside the house. And the children are very smart. The children these days are very smart. What we probably learned at an age of 15 years, they are learning at an age of 9 years. So they definitely understand whatever the parents are trying to tell them. They definitely understand that yes, what is happening and why we should be indoors. So this is the thing, how we are breaking the chain, dealing with the physical symptoms of corona, and try to break the chain so that it does not spread. And the second point is how to up your immunity, increase the immunity of your child. So increasing the immunity is like, have a well-balanced diet for the child. Give them everything. Do not, because they're restricted inside the house, they cannot have food from outside. So do not be very strict with only fruits and only vegetables and only healthy food. Make some junk, but a pizza or a burger or a pav bhaji, whatever the child loves to eat, make it, but make it at home. Because at home, when you're making it, it already has the nutritional content. So just give the child whatever they want to eat, and please make sure that they have enough portion of fresh fruits and vegetables also in the diet, which will help in increasing the immunity. The main factor is vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. So these are the three, basically two vitamins and one mineral, very important mineral, which help in increasing the immunity of the children. So vitamin C, ask your pediatrician what is the dosage of vitamin C that you can give to your child. Otherwise, please include lemon and oranges. And oranges are not there anymore, but yes, lemon and mangoes, they are a very good source of vitamins A and C. So include all these things in your diet. And along with that, for vitamins D, because there's no sun exposure and the children are locked up inside the house, so vitamin D is also less. So please ask your pediatrician what is the dosage of vitamin D that we can give to the children. And for zinc also, same thing. Please ask your pediatrician what is the dosage recommended for the child. Because the dosage recommended, it differs for different age groups and different weight of the child. So your pediatrician is the best judge to give you a complete picture of how much vitamin A, vitamin C, D, and E, zinc the child can have. So please ask some symptoms, prolonged fever or any other symptom which you think could be COVID. Please, inform your pediatrician. They will take care of it in a better way. And the next part is this was the physical part of it. Now we come to the mental and the emotional part of it. So mentally, what is happening is because of so much of bombardment bombardment with the news of COVID happening. The neighbor got infected, that neighbor got infected, the relative in the family got infected, our friends got infected. So many. If the news is on, so much of data is coming. That 2 lakh every day. So many people are getting infected. So all this bombardment of the COVID news, it actually plays in the mind of the child. The child is not able to talk to anyone that what is happening, what is the full effect of the thing which is happening. And in their own mind, they keep on mulling the information, they keep on storing the information, and that will come out one day. They'll burst out with it will burst out one day. So it is better that to keep this the exposure of the child to COVID news to a limit, to a minimum. Do not expose your child to so much of COVID news, what is happening. Yes, even as parents also, even as adults, I would like to tell you that please do not keep on listening to this the news of the COVID which is happening all the day. It is good to keep yourself informed. You can hear the news, or the news, or read the paper for 1 hour in a day, but not more than that. Because continuously, if you are getting bombarded by all this kind of information, that also has a negative effect on your body. So much of stress is happening when you're listening to this. So much of stress is happening, and in the stress, the hormones which are released, they bring down our immunity. So it's better not to get yourself also overexposed to the news of COVID happening all the time. So this is the mental aspect. And one more thing is, when the parents, if as a parent you are scared of COVID, so in front of your child, talk to your, and if you're you are scared, probably someone in the house might have got infected or came in contact with someone who had COVID. So please, if your child asks you what is it, what happened, please talk to the child, very freely, very openly, very honestly. Tell the child what has happened. Because if you do not tell the child, the children know something is wrong. They know, but they cannot think to the extent to which the thing is wrong. So for them, their imagination can take them anywhere, and that they will take on that will probably cause more mental problem for them. So just tell to your child honestly, talk to your child, yeah, this is what happened. And probably I got in contact with someone who was COVID positive, and I am going to get myself tested, but do not worry, we have it under control. We are in talk with the doctor, we are managing everything. So just assure your child that you are taking care of the things. So this is another thing, that do not put them bombard them with information, and do not leave them without any information. If the child has any question, please answer them. Now if your child asks, as the cases of children are increasing now, till now the media is not talking about it, many papers are not talking about it, but as this will increase in children, probably the news channels will also start talking about it. That time, if your child asks you, is am I at risk, please tell the child, yes, you are at risk. Be honest with the child. Do not try to hide the information, because if you hide the information, the children are very curious. They will go on Google and they will Google it. And what Google will tell them, you never know what they're going to read, what kind of information they will be exposed to when they ask Google. So it's better that you tell your child yourself that, what is the truth, that yes, you are at risk. Yes, it can, you can also get COVID. And yes, these are the symptoms that, what can happen. And, we have ways, we have medicines, and you don't have to worry about. Tell your child upright and honestly what is going to happen, what is, what the child is going to face. And if your child tests positive also, please do not get panicked about it, because in children they are getting infected, but in children still the disease can be it is just for 2 or 3 days, and the disease is managed easily. So at this time, so be very honest with your, if your child gets infected, just tell your child that yes, you are safe. It is getting in, you did get it infected, you are tested positive, but you are very much safe. We are in talk with the doctor, we are going to do everything, and you will be fine within a couple of days. So be very honest with your child. Don't try to hide the things, and I mean, nothing has happened to you. Do not try to child, and do not panic. Do not panic yourself. As parents, do not panic. You have to keep yourself calm, because if you panic, you will spill over your panic to the child. The child will go into, even worse phases. This is the emotional part. So emotional part, how it has affected the children. So what happened is, till by December, or by January or Feb also, we were thinking that the life is normalizing. We all had 1 year of COVID, and we were all cooped up in our houses, and now things were looking better. Now everything was looking to open up. The schools were looking to open up. The children were probably looking to things normalizing. They had started playing with their children. This children had started going to the park, playing with other children, and things were normalizing in a way. The fear of corona was kind of going off. But now what has happened, the corona has come back with greater force, and now the schools are postponed again. The schools have been shut again indefinitely. We do not know when we can go back to schools, when we can actually go back to play. So now the children are in a situation, where they're heartbroken. So they cannot express it to anyone, but they are heartbroken that, what is this? I mean, they had hopes of going back to school, meeting their friends, resuming their normal activities, doing whatever, going to actual physical school and learning. But now with everything postponed indefinitely, they are heartbroken, and they are like, there's so much of despair and so much of desperation seen in children these days, that it is playing up in many different forms. So, for example, the worst affected are probably the teenagers. So probably children above 10 years of age. So they are the worst affected, because because they were really looking forward to go out and be with their friends, be in an environment where they can be with everyone. But now you have to understand that they are in a state where they're heartbroken. So they are just hopeless about the situation in the future, because it's now this time it is indefinite. We do not know when this second phase is going to end, and how much damage it is going to throw at us. And India, because I'm in India, India is being the worst affected, and since the children are also affected in this right now. So not only children in India, but children in UK, children in I think South Africa, UK, South Europe, whole of Europe, South Africa, they are also very much affected by COVID, the second wave of COVID this time. So that's why the children are very hopeless. So what to do in such a situation? Number one, if the child is like, you feel that the child is uh, probably throwing some kind of a tantrum, uh, the child is like, not listening to you, that be patient, be very patient with the child, and tell the child that, yes, I want to talk to me about it, talk to me what is happening. And the main thing of talk to me is basically the child will talk and the parent will listen. So what happens when the child starts talking, we shut them down. No, 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 this is wrong. No, this is not right. This is what you're saying is not right. No, just let them talk. Just listen what they have to say. Just listen what is in their mind. Just listen them out completely. So this is what the thing is, talking to the child, that just listen to what the child is saying. And if they want, and how can you help them? The children do need to go down, do need to go out to the park, because they are also cooped up inside the house, and they are also feeling really isolated. So now, but the one thing I would like to tell you is, find a time. Corona is not in the air right now. It is not an airborne disease. It is not in the air. They have not said it is an airborne disease. So you can definitely go out with your child, but choose a time when there are very few people, or out around at that time. So that can be probably late in the night, or early in the morning, or probably in the afternoon. If you have a shady place, you can go there. So find a time where the child can go out, where they have minimum contact, and go with your child. If your child wants to go cycling to a park, go with your child, making sure that the children do not touch many surfaces around. They have their sanitizer with them. They have a box of tissues with them when they are out. So so that the children are not exposed. They're not touching many places, but still at the same time they can go out to the park and cycle. They make sure they have proper mask. They are masked properly. You are masked properly. so that they can park or jogging in the park or just in the park alone will do a lot of good for you and the child. So instead of just cutting them off completely, there is a big storm coming outside. Yes. Okay. Hi, welcome back, everyone. So I think there is a big storm coming in Gurgaon, where I'm staying. So there's a big storm, and because of that, we had a power cut. I think my connection also went. I lost the connection also for some time. I'm very sorry for that. Okay, so we were like, yes, that you can take the child out. You can take the child out, and just 15 minutes. Just make sure not more, but just 15 minutes will break that monotony of being at home the whole day. And do encourage your children, to be to mix up with your friends. I know everybody says a lot of screen time, but then we cannot really help it. Either you look at the screen time, or you look at the emotional and the mental well-being of your child. So a little bit of more of screen time will not harm. But yes, if they go into a depression, or they go into a depressed mood because of that, that will really harm the child. So I mean, yes, you can look at other things. I do talk about a lot of things, alternatives to screen time. That I have so many videos. I've made so many videos. You can please go back and check my other videos. I will not take that right now. So, what are the alternatives of screen time? How can we cut down the screen time for the children? So these are the various things that I wanted to talk, and how we can, how this phase, which is a second wave, which is affecting the children also a lot, not only mentally, emotionally, but also physically this time. So how we can all come out of it? We have gone through it for 1 year. So this is also the second. Again, we have a test, but now we are much better prepared for it. So let us see, take it as a challenge and overcome corona, because this is going to stay for a long time, and today it is this, tomorrow it can be something else. So how we prepare our children, so how we make them more resilient to corona, that is right now, this is what this time is going to teach the children. So this is what really I wanted. Please take care of the children, especially this time, for their mental, emotional, and physical health. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye. God bless you.